Oh, season's greetings. um, I was looking up stuff about Forrest and anything tied with the Denver Museum of Nature. God, a hip. I just moved my leg and ouch. Um, like that. This is a new one I just got. Yeah. I have to show these to Forrest, see what he thinks, see if they're old, if they're, modern or old. I think this one's old. This one, when they don't know where they came from, you buy it from somebody who doesn't know where they came from, then you got to take to somebody that says, "Hey, yeah, that one's been in the ground a long time," or the discoloring in this one, or indicates that it's old. I don't know, but yeah, it's a nice flute on there. Yeah. Um, but I was reading this article. Oh, it's on artifactsguide.com. And this article doesn't have a date. Thank you, Artifacts Guide. You know, Artifacts Guide, we're the top notch of archaeological research on the internet. Yeah. Why are dates important? Yeah. Okay, so Forrest wrote an article about it's called "The Mother of Indiana Jones," and so he didn't really mention any mothers, but he does mention somebody most everybody's heard of, Eli Lilly, and what people don't know about Eli Lilly's a pharmaceutical company, right? But Eli Lilly was a artifact collector and all that, and so there was somebody at a museum in Ohio, maybe in Toledo, complaining about people that aren't professional archaeologists out there digging on their own land and finding things like Forrest, or people talking about that, and Forrest brings up, look, most of what you have in your museum came from a private collection, you know, because the archaeologists, the people who are licensed archaeologists, they don't give a shit. They find it and they put it in a drawer and they never publish a paper on it. You never hear it, you never see it again. It goes in the basement of the museum because they got so much stuff they don't got room to show it. Hey, Holly. Hey, Jason. Hey, Faith. So there's this article. I mean, I'm surprised nobody's brought this up before when Forrest wrote this. Maybe there is a date here. 41, 3, 26, 27. Oh, he's referencing something that happened in 1927. Okay, but I don't see a date for when Forrest wrote this article. He's talking about Eli Lilly in 71, but Eli Lilly was, he was, in the 20s and stuff. So the museum's acquired a bunch of Eli Lilly stuff. And there's some archaeologists that, and they don't, anything that's not found by them is, not important. And there's one museum that thought that Clovis points were some sacred Pueblo Indian. No, that's not. They're not Pueblo. They're long before the Pueblo Indians. And but let me get a close look at that one. Isn't that cool? Point, and it's thin. Really thin on the tail, but it's said not fluted, but there's slight, just not much more than chipping it. But that's a cute, cool little piece. What do you want? I told him, why do you want to come in? You're going to want right back out. You're going to want right back out. And he's over here telling me he wants to go outside again. Did you get enough water and food, Jack? Yeah? Okay, I'll let you out. Just a second. Okay, there you go. Oh. Yeah. Like that shirt. That's a nice one. It's got a... It's got a hood. I got this on it because it was kind of cool in here. But we'll go to straight up. Yeah, that's cool, huh? I'm colorful. I'm a rainbow. No. Anyhow, yeah, he talks about all that stuff. Just that archaeologists have given him shit, and the archaeologists are the ones. Forrest finds stuff and he writes about it. These people who claim to be archaeologists find stuff and throw it in a drawer and don't tell anybody it ever existed. And one archaeologist tried to keep Clovis points out. Oh no, they shouldn't be in museums at all. Let's keep history out of the museums, huh? That's not what archaeology is. Archaeology is revealing all the ancient knowledge, not concealing it. These archaeologists think their job is to hide it from the public, cover up history, These things, they feel so nice. They're, as deadly and stuff as this is, something that can kill a mammoth, and you can handle, if I played with a knife like that, I'd cut myself, but this still, it's a neat, sharp, I love this one. I still got to get a stick for it. Let's go down to the nope, hardware store is closed Sunday, so I'll just make a video. Tie-dye. Yeah. It's not tie-dye. It's printed. That's not tie-dye. Blue eye, orange eye. But also, I can wear this in cold nights. Keep my ears warmer and stuff. Keep the cold air off my head. Yeah, most of them want to point out, hey, I just found this. Look at this. Nobody's read this. And at the bottom of it, I'll read some of that. It's a long article, so I'm not going to read the article. I went over what it's about, kind of. Yeah, if you want to read it, go there. artifactsguide.com/pages_info_pages.php/pages_ID/17. That's where you'll find it on the internet. There's it's a long article. Like Forrest, he doesn't like reading long emails. I don't like reading long articles. He says, number one, I am born of you and nourished by your lectures, your reports, and your beautiful museum displays. Thank you for giving me life. Okay, so he's how much he enjoys the artifacts and the collecting and all that. And leave the jargon at home. Your future depends on increased public interest, and that's where your future funding will originate. If 14-year-old students don't understand your report, you're doing it wrong. And incidentally, color in books is okay. Yeah, I had the one archaeologist. He said to me, why did you increase the color in the picture to bring out the old faded colors? It brings out the old faded colors. You know, that's how I found the girl with the painting and her hands on the painting. Because I brought out the old purple, and you could see her purple dress and purple hat and stuff. And what was that? Yeah, color in the books. Yeah. But you know, so that color in some instances it helps you to see what's there. That's why I I've turned the saturation up, increased the shadows, it's just color, saturation, and contrast, things like that. That I don't go and airbrush and all that. That's Photoshop. When you airbrush, add things in the picture. When you're just tuning the picture, that's not Photoshop. Okay, that's for my critics. You know, the guys that I say double blazes to. You know, and I'm still surprised that some of the Fenn tubers are still so ignorant to the mass amount of artifacts or ancient things that I have found. Totally ignorant, and yet they've found nothing. They have nothing. They're still like, oh, I don't know. That's it. I was going to talk about was the mud. Fenn. The word Fenn is a muddy bog. In other words, his name is Forrest Mud. And Forrest, if this treasure doesn't turn up, oh, you know, within a few months of your passing, at least, then people are going to change you. You're not going to use the Fenn. They're going to change your name to Mud. It's really the same thing. So his name is Forrest Mud already. But yeah, people don't realize that. That's why he talks about the person coming out all muddy. You found this like Easter Island figure or something. The head sticking out of the ground because he's sunk into the mud. That was mud. It pretty much is. That area could be mud year round because it's kind of shaded and a hill slope. Wow, what the hell was that? I see stuff out my front window. Hey, Steve. Dirk. Hey, Dirk. Yeah, Forrest is daring. I don't know if Dirk's daring. But yeah, I'm working on a book about what I've found, Forrest. I need a co-author, you know. If you get Doug to help me out, maybe. Yeah. But, you know, he's got a partner for his books, but those are fiction. I think on my computer it goes somewhere. There, I'm back. Yeah, there's no reason for Verizon to have to reconnect my stream when I got 3-4 bars of 4G. That was pure. There's network goons out there that want to silence people and shut them down. You know, you got hackers and idiots. Well, hackers are idiots. You know, they're just troublemakers. The best thing for a hacker is a bullet in the head. Hey, Mitzi. It was just enjoying the blaze. And I got my new device here on my desk. It's a laser etcher, laser engraver. And it's been working for an hour so far to laser etch a, what, inch and a half square thing, logo of my Clovis man. So first, I got to do a test. I'm looking at the instructions. Where's the instructions? Here they are. Okay. So you get the instructions, right? This is funny. So here you go. Step 1, 2, and 3 are in Chinese. Step 4, 5, and 6 are in English. China ain't got it right yet. Oh, yeah. You're talking about quality. Somebody, let's send it to the printer. Why didn't you have somebody, an American or British or whoever, somebody who knows English, proofread your stuff before you print it? Yeah. Step 1, 2, and 3, the whole thing about the USB thing. The instructions for that. It comes with a USB instead of a disk. The software is on the USB thumb drive. So that's cool. You get a free thumb drive with it. I don't know how big it is. I haven't checked that. But, I figured it out. And the one that you want to install is the one that with the English name on it. You don't want to install the Chinese version. You want it with English. So that worked out. All my buttons on the app are in English. And that thing is like, what is it? Oh, 80% done. And it's taken an hour so far. And then after it processes the image and knows what to do, then I don't know how long it's going to take to print it. But my idea was I'm going to make these little emerald tablets of Thoth. And I got it's green, it's a green, what do they call this stuff? It's plastic. Well, Formica or acrylic or whatever. It's green acrylic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this into 24 little miniature tablets, maybe 2-inch by 3-inch, 2 by 3. Would that work out to be 24 of them? 4 by 3 would. So yeah, I might get more than 24. I should get 24 pieces, and make little emerald tablets of Thoth, for necklaces or charm bracelet or whatever, or But it'd be neat if the thing made bigger than a 4x4, I could make them bigger. But that's going to be interesting. Scaling. So yeah, I'm waiting for this thing to actually print I just have a little piece of a jewel box. So it'll print on paper. You can print painted things, and just about anything you can set this thing up on. And I bet I could even put magnets on the legs of it, and you could stick it on the car door and laser etch your name into it, That'd be interesting. I'd try that. It probably do designs on that. You can't do things very big with it. But I'm gonna try and see what I can do. Be creative with the thing. I guess I could pick it up and show you. And it's got a green acrylic in front of it. And it's got a, we'll get that off the top there. Show you, see, it's got a laser under that. It's not much to it. It's a little laser printer. Yeah, you wouldn't want to use this for printing documents or something. But you could, like, have your pocket knife. You could put your name on it, you know, different things. I don't know how this is gonna come out. It might start printing, and it might be up in the corner like on my computer is. It shows it up in the corner of the thing, yet I tell it to center it. And so this is my first test, and it's 64 minutes so far, and like 85%. So it should take another 15 minutes probably to print. Maybe I'll be on that long. I might get tired of talking to everybody. What do we got here? It's plexiglass. Yeah. Plexiglass, acrylic. Yeah, it's a. Can you? Yeah. I'm trying to print my little Clovis Man logo that I put on my art. That's what I'll show you here. I'll go grab that. We got more posters. I got more posters yesterday. This is cool. And these, I figured these are my, this one would be a $99 one, right? I gotta be very careful with it. I don't want to hurt it. Elvis Queen. Yeah. This guy up here in the corner. This one here, he's cool. It's 22 by 28. You know, I'll send it out in a tube, and whoever buys it can frame it themselves. If there's somebody out there who does woodwork and would like to make frames, and you know, it's a, you know, consignment type, you know, you don't get paid for your frame, you know, we'll make a frame for the stuff. You can frame the stuff up. I got a friend that'll put the stuff in his gallery, and you get paid on it when the item when the frame with the picture sells, you know. But I have two of these, and you know, they talk about limited numbers, limited quantities. I'd say I'll keep it limited to 100 of them. Okay? Of this size. Doesn't mean I might not print some smaller or bigger later on. But this size, I'll limit this. See, I got two of them. And yeah, they sent all my stuff in tubes this time. So let's see. I got more posters that I got in. This one is cool. Gotta get my thing is pinching at the bottom, not letting me pull them out. This is a really cool one. This one here. Yeah. This guy showed up in another thing I did a long time ago, years and years ago. But this is the marshmallow roaster. You see this guy standing here, and he's got his marshmallow stick out here, and here's the fire roasting his marshmallow up here. But there's you can find other stuff in there. Like, you know, this is a head facing here and stuff. But that's a cool. That's 11 by 17, and yeah, that's my. So these 11 by 17s, I do 35 and including shipping, and I'm gonna mention to the people that printed it that their people packing it got to be much more careful rolling out. I had a couple of them showed up with wrinkles in the paper from the people handling it to put it in the tubes. I didn't have that problem when they were putting them between flat cardboard pieces. Oh, I don't need that one rolled up. Because I took all these out of the tubes and I put them between the in the cardboard, between two flat pieces of cardboard. I got that one, and I got this one. And you see, the problem I have with the printer is they have this safety line, and you know, here's what I want, but here's a safety line. So if you got any text, you want it inside that. You got anything that you want to make sure is in the picture, because that safety line, if it's outside the safety line, they'll probably cut it off. You know, it's like, no, it's like everything I have in here, don't cut any of that off. You know, that way I could, you know, print the whole page. So I have to, because I don't want any of the bottom of this cut off, I added a white border around the edges. You can see the little wrinkles here from them rolling it up, right? You can see the wrinkles, but I guess that can be ironed out. But that's the Mammoth Parade with the smiling sunset. So these two, you know, when you frame, you just trim off the white, put it in your frame, you know. But that's the reason that white border is there, to so that none of the picture was lost. Because see, I got these. Oop, there's these elephant trunks right here in the edge in the corner, and you know, if they cropped off right here, I would have lost that. So, you know, that's an important part of the picture. I didn't want them to crop off. They're so in their web page that you create them on is so hokey. And you try and drag it to line it up, and it's like, okay, you got to go a half inch this way or a half inch that way. You can't. There's no precision, zero precision in their web page for scaling the pictures. And I got some of these on 11 by 17. Is that right? Where is it? Oh no, that one I've had for a while. I got some of these. All these 11 by 17s, I call them 35 a piece. Yeah. It's the girl climbing up here to kiss the boy up here. And they're on top of she's standing on the mammoth tusk and climbing over his trunk. Yeah. I thought that was out of there. Okay. I'm trying to pull out some more. Yeah, I just got 10 of each of them. And then we got the my Clovis Man poster. The avatar face thing. How to change your pics to the right size? Yeah, I know how to change them to the right size, but even doing that, you know, their sizes. It's like, shit, man, I got to cut off half of the stuff I want in the picture. You know? One time I ordered them, and it says, oh, we'll scale the size to match your picture. Perfect. You know? Why is it they can't do that every time? It's like their app is hokey because it'll do different things. This is the guy holding the princess. You can see him over here and the princess here. Here's her legs, her knees, her behind, her headdress. Her headdress is more people. But that's right by the home of Brown. It's you know, you see his eyes up here. Yeah, that's a cool one. That's by the home of Brown. Now, did I show all of them? Let's see. It had the slide that back in there. I think I showed all of them. Oh, yeah, I did. That. There should be 5 different posters in here. Yeah, I showed that. Yep. I showed you all of them, I'm pretty sure. I think I left something out. I don't know. Yeah, there ain't nothing else in here. Yeah. So was that 4 or 5? I don't know. I still think there's more. Oh, engraving complete. Oh? Is it? It didn't do a damn thing. Okay. That's you. So, it appears my laser engraver failed. The laser never came on. Laser never came on. Thank you. Jeez. Oh. Now it seems to have turned on. Okay. Let's try it again. I didn't have the power plugged in. Of course it didn't work. Because I'm on solar power, so it had it all hooked up. And the computer said, oh, yeah, I'm connected. Yeah. So I'm going to see now if it actually works. No, I don't use Photoshop. I do not use Photoshop. I use Corel Paint Shop Pro. I just upgraded to the latest for $29. Try and do that with Photoshop. Try and upgrade your Photoshop for $29. I use Corel. I don't believe in the biggest brand. I don't like Apple, for one. So now this thing's going to take an hour and something to print the same thing. It's almost to where I should see the laser going now soon. It's going to be a while. When it's done, I'll post a picture of it on Forrest Fenn Fanatics. If you need the link for that, it's on Forrest Fenn Fanatics. We all know what happened with the Apple. Yeah, Apple's corrupt. I think you can even engrave fruit with this thing. I'm waiting to see if it does anything. One of my fingers in there when the laser comes on, you know. Ow! I was wondering what happened if you... Because this is a more powerful laser than the little finger ones, you know. Take the thing outside at night and turn it upside down and see how bright that laser is in the sky. But it hasn't started etching yet. I guess I should crop my stuff so that there's less white. It's supposed to do a grayscale of my... I'll show you what I'm trying to print. Oopie! Up. There. I'm trying to print that. And you see the red line? That's the progress. Not much there. And I'll show you this article. Oh, Forrest Fenn. Here it is. This is the page you're looking at. The Mother of Indiana Jones by Forrest Fenn. Artifactguide.com. So you see it's a long article. I read it. I read it first to make sure I wasn't giving away anything too important. Come on, print. Yeah. What's my tea doing? My tea cup is empty. And the flame, I gotta check my stove all the time, you know, because I keep my tea with the flame as small as it gets. That's how I keep my tea warm. And I'm waiting to see if this laser comes on and starts doing some engraving here. Come on. I haven't the laser come on yet, but I guess it would have helped if I had the power plugged in on it. Come on, are you going to do it? Why don't you catch I got one of these, got a little box like that, and I'm trying to print it on the inside of the box, you know. It's just a little jewel box that some stuff came in. And about some things that you gotta watch when they send you stuff from, if you order stuff on eBay from China, make sure that all your things are in there. Bought some things for my granddaughters and stuff, and they didn't send the 5 silver chains I ordered. They only sent the pendant thing. So, oh, come on, thing, print that. In 6 minutes, the laser hadn't come on yet. You'd think it'd say, there's nothing to print here, just get on to the area that we print. Don't worry about the rest of it. I don't know how their software works. I had it set on the desktop. Engrave CDs, laser etch. Yeah, I have a laser thing in my CD. It'll laser etch them. This is, I guess, about the same thing, except you can laser etch just about anything. I don't know how it might work on metals. Can engrave on coins, maybe. So, it still hasn't armed the laser yet. You gonna start etching? Oh. I wonder, you know, can you imagine, this is a, you know, it's going to be about this big, right? And it takes an hour and 20 minutes to print something that big. So, yeah, it'll be something that I'll just have running and do something else while it's working and check later to see if it's done. Except, the thing should have a little fire suppression system in it, you know, if it catches your paper on fire. Guitar pick. Yeah, I can print guitar picks, or even on guitars. Put a name on a guitar or something, or somebody's little logo. Just seeing how this goes, yeah. Or, yeah, like, I was going to, I can print my name on my camera. You know, I could etch my name into my camera. And then somebody, oh shit, that's Bill Gorman's. That's not your camera. Yeah. I really like these points. They're really nice. They're both thin. And they sound like, you know, plates. Come on. Start etching something. I don't understand why the device takes so long doing nothing. Even the laser printer on the CDs doesn't take this long. It was a color image that it's supposed to do it grayscale. Yeah, Forrest Fenn doesn't like the traditional academic archaeologists because they're notorious for giving you as little information about what the find is as possible. You know, they'll say, oh, we found this, that, and they won't show a picture of it. It's like, why don't you show us some pictures of what you're talking about? You know, they think everything can be explained in writing. You don't need to see the pictures. Like, no, I want to see the pictures. And I wouldn't mind going to see the artifact itself in a museum. Where is it held? Things like that, you know? So I'm sure the stuff... There was the archaeologist here that I talked to, and he transferred. He's over in Gunnison now. He's not in Alamosa. So he's, you know, but he dated that mammoth that they found while they were excavating to put a museum a new museum in San Diego, and they found mammoth remains there, and he did all the date testing on the remains and stuff, and there were human tools there, and it was 130,000 years old. They told us people didn't come here till 15,000 years ago. They're liars. They're liars. Forrest knows they're liars. You know, Forrest knows there's stuff older than that here. Um, and the thing was, the thrill of the chase is being that Indiana Jones and finding that ancient artifact and thinking about the person that made that artifact. These guys might have, the Salutrians may have come from here, for all they know. They don't know jack. Their timeline is not set in stone. It's gonna change. Their timeline. Oh, look! I was just watching a thing about the Sumerian art 8,000 years ago. Sumeria was 8,000 years ago. Okay, I got stuff here that's at least 11,000 years old. More likely 12,000 to 40,000 years old. And it's the predecessor of Sumeria. This here came before what's over in Sumeria. It came before Egypt. Even the guy that built the Great Pyramid, the Cheops or whatever, came from Atlantis. After Atlantis was destroyed, he went and built that pyramid. So, that's telling you Atlantis, the Americas, the stuff over here on these continents are older than the stuff over there. And the stuff over the civilizations over there came from here. The civilizations here didn't come from over there. They come from here, and they went across the other side of the Pacific and the other side of the Atlantic. They went both ways. That ice, they could have walked around the earth on the ice, basically, if they were skilled and could get over the crevices. And who knows? Maybe they took boats along the ice edge of the ice shore. There had to be an ice shore or something, you know. And could you imagine if, okay, so the northern hemisphere is covered with both hemispheres covered with these big ice caps. Okay, we got icebergs that come off our little ice caps. Could you imagine the number of icebergs out wandering the oceans when a third of the earth is ice caps? Basically, you know, there had to be huge chunks of ice float. And people probably got on these chunks of ice and floated over to the other continents. Who knows, you know? They'd be lucky if the thing didn't flip on them halfway over. Because icebergs will flip over, and like 90% of it is underwater, and it's all of a sudden its whole shape has changed. And I still haven't seen this laser come on. I removed all it's got a little fan, I guess, that blows air on it while it's burning the laser thing in there. Okay, says it's being engraved. And it hadn't done jack yet. Maybe I'll do a video just on the laser engraver, so, you know, that, and funny thing is the protective lens on here to protect your eyes from seeing the laser is green. And I'm wondering, I hope it etches green plastic, because it's Green is apparently the anti-laser, and it's not nothing etched yet. Has a fan button. What's this? It doesn't highlight. It's trying to read Chinese instructions. You got to kind of guess a lot of it. It has a oh, just centered. Yeah. Okay. So print it. Time cost 16 minutes 34 seconds. Nothing printed. You'd think it'd have a test button or something to print the word test. But so far I haven't printed anything. This thing costs like $100. It's $89 or something. It was fairly cheap. You'd think stuff like that would be a lot more, but I still don't have anything printed yet. And it doesn't seem to be progressing. It's frustrating, you know. This is an $89 thing that is doing nothing but running a fan. I told it to pause and continue, so maybe it's so it's at least making some noise. Oh, is it? I don't see the light coming on. I don't see any laser. It's down into his hat. Supposed to have printed some of his hat. No, it ain't working. Not a damn thing getting printed. It's supposed to be. Nothing on it. That gets to me. And my progress thing is saying that there should have been some printed. Yeah, the laser's moving back and forth and nothing going on in there. Let's see. Oop. Nothing. Do you see any light coming out of there? Oh yeah, the wires are almost getting in the way of the laser. Well, that's a bummer. So, No laser. What the? Yeah, yeah. I'm again. Is there? I doubt there's much support on this thing. Knock on it? No. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Well, I'm gonna cut the video off because I'm gonna fight with this thing, and you don't want to sit with me through that. Okay. Have a good day. Go see Fenn's article about what he thinks archaeologists.